YouTube, what's happening? It's Friday, July 4th, the 4th of July holiday, and we have baseball going on to the point we have early baseball. 11 a.m. baseball is just one criminal. They should never do it that early, but you can see we got games all throughout the day, all throughout the night, baseball nonstop. So we're going to break all 15 games down, look at our spreadsheet, look at our props, see if we can find some value. Yesterday was a profitable day, and what do I mean by that? Well, let me show you. It was a very weird day. I didn't have many plays. Not much value was out there, not many advantages, but the ones we took were good. Walter had 3 strikeouts in the first inning. And then apparently he had 2 strike counts 10 different times after that and couldn't get 2 more strikeouts. Hey, what can you do? So, hey, that's a loss. Over 9.5 hit easily. Thank you, Detroit, Washington. Milwaukee lost by 1. Good job, guys. And Elder did exactly what we thought he would do. He gave up 4 earned runs. Good job overall. That's a 3-1. Should have been a 4-0 day. Whatever. We'll take it. 3-1's profit. If you want the plays typed out for every single sport, or you want access to the spreadsheets and you can do your own research, check out the HQ. Simple as that. So, enough of that. We got to move quick. We got early games. So let's stop messing around. Let's go ahead and jump over to the weather, hit a quick refresh real quick, make sure it's up to date, and we zoom out so you can see it. And is Washington the first game? It is not. We need to hit a refresh. Thank you. Bam, weather. Here we go. 0-4, nothing to worry about there. Philly, nothing. Chicago, nothing really. Mets, nothing. Minnesota's blowing 14 miles an hour with 93 degrees. That might be a little something, but no rain. Seattle, nothing. San Diego, nothing really. Toronto, Miami, Cleveland, Atlanta, Colorado, maybe a little bit of rain, maybe a little bit of wind, but there's nothing really out there today. Good stuff. A's out at 10. That might help with some home runs. So it's not really a weather crazy day. So that's it. Let's jump to the first game right now. All right, first game on the slate is going to be the early game at 11 a.m. basically. It's so early. Boston and Washington. I get it. There's stuff going on in DC today. Probably makes sense. Would it be in the 4th of July? So they want to get the game out the way. Makes total sense. So it's a pick 'em with an 8.5 total. We look over at our sheet. We see our numbers and look at Washington's offense just continue to absolutely crush. So yeah. There you go. And then Boston's not doing bad themselves. They're top 10 basically in every category. So we got 2 pretty good offenses. We might have some fireworks in this one. Puns today are going to be good. Let's go look at the pitchers today. We have Soroka versus Giolito. Well, I remember Giolito came out saying a couple days ago, I don't want to be traded. You don't have a choice, my dude. So just saying, let's just open up 2 things here and grab the earned runs. And we got earned runs for Soroka, and you can see he has been 0, 4, 3, 3, 1 in his last 5 games. What a 2-2 average. Not too bad, actually. Under 3s, anything under 3 is good. Earned run for Giolito, yeah, he's been pretty good. 0, 0, 2, 0, 7 earned runs here against the Angels. So if you go last 10, zoom out, he is very boomer bust. Like, he might be amazing or he might just get destroyed. So we got to look at the history, see what he's up to. Soroka versus Boston. Historically, nothing there. Righties versus Boston, there's your stats. Washington versus righties, there you go. And Giolito versus Washington, yeah. Rosario does have a 412 and 17 at bats, and Lowe has a 294 and 17 at bats. So maybe they get to him a little bit. So far, I don't know. I don't know what to do here because, yeah, you're very boomer bust. We go last 10, we kind of zoom out. You're just kind of, yeah, you're just kind of average, which is fine for an 8.5 total. I'm okay with. I think I want to start the day with an over. My first thought based on these 2 pitchers and this is that. And then we know Washington's bullpen is not the best. I am not sure how good Boston's bullpen is, but I see top 10 numbers and I see it's in Washington and you know what? Neither team is striking out much. I mean, not striking out much. You're striking out too much. There we go. Yeah, they're combining for what, 12 runs on average in the last 10 games. Yeah, let's go over. I'm gonna rock with it. We're gonna have a lot of plays today. I feel there's gonna be a lot of plays. If I'm iffy today, since I'm watching most of the games, since I'm off work today, and this and I think I have a soccer video. I don't know. I gotta look at the MLS schedule. I don't know. But I'm gonna be watching a lot of games today. So yeah, over this one for sure. Next. All right, game 2 on our slate is going to be, who is it? It is Philadelphia and Cincinnati. Currently, we have Phillies at 160 on the favorite. 8.5 is our total. We come over here, we see our sheet. We see, I mean, we're going to see a lot of mustard today on hot dogs, but that is a lot of mustard we don't want to see here. That is too much yellow. That looks like a school bus is so much yellow. All right, let's pop over here and look at the pictures. It got to be somebody. You got to give me some kind of lean because this Luzardo hits allowed against Cincinnati, who 4.5, that's it. That's your number. Cincinnati's 17th at 8.4 hits per game. And then we got Abbott, who is not giving up earned runs against Philly, who is 19th in runs. So we'll look at both of these two and see if maybe an over-unders in play. Abbott has been pretty damn good outside of Milwaukee, who got him for 5. Let's go last 10. One time this season, 2 times this season, he's gone over. In 14 starts, he's gone over 2.5 earned runs. That was Colorado in Coors, and then Milwaukee, who has been a top offense most of the season. Now you're going at Philly. Philly is, well, 19th at 3.7. We might take this. We might take this. Let's look over at Luzardo. Ooh, wow, 9, 5, 6, 5, whoa, 6. Whoa, wowie, wow. Let's go last 10 just to zoom out, 6.4 and a 4.5. Cincy is, yeah, another one. We're literally right there. Cincy in hits is 8.4 on the road. I might take this. I might take both. I like this, though. This is telling me something. Let's look at the matchups. If they have terrible history, then we're good. Luzardo versus Cincy, there is your stats. Look at Hayes. 5 at-bats, 2 home runs, 5 ribbies, and a 2.4. That's impressive. That's impressive, good sir. To the point where we actually, it's only 5 at-bats, but we're still going to go look at the batter props just because that is impressive. That's really good. So we load it up. We see, do we have Hayes? Nope, no Hayes. Well, let's go find Hayes just because. We want to see just what he has been doing because, my God, that's pretty good. How far down do you have to go to get Hayes? There he is. Found the first thing's a home run. That ain't good. I probably missed him somewhere, didn't I? No, that's home runs. Hits. I was like, damn. Hits, you can see he is 5 for 10 on with a 0.7 average. Last 10 HRR is at 2.3 though. That's not bad. It's not great, but there's better plays. But that's an option you could take. So I think I want to take Abbott under earned runs. Dude's been so good. And over 115, which means under is going to be 110. Yeah, look at that. Good stuff. And it's EV play. Yep. Good stuff. I like that. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to trust Philly's offense to continue to just do what they've been doing, which is not much, and Abbott to continue to deal. And let's take the under 2.5 earned runs for Abbott. You could take this side too if you want. Last 10, you can look at this. 6.4. Damn, I could take this too. I take both. You know what? It's my damn channel. I'll do what I want. I am going to take both. So you can't tell. I'm taking both of them. Why not? It's a fun day. It is a holiday. So let me just copy some things around real quick so we can make this work. So we're going to start off with Mr. Luzardo over 4.5 hits allowed. I ain't buying this whole 4.5. Not when you got numbers like that. Sorry, good sir. And then we're going to go ahead and just swap to the other side. We're going to take Abbott under earned runs. Under 2.5 earned runs. We're taking both today. That's right. Going crazy with it. 2 plays. Next. All right, moving on. 2 games, 3 plays. That's how it should be, right? Yeah, that's exactly how it should be. We're just going to go. It's a holiday, baby. We're having fun today. We're going to be loading up on some plays just because why not? We load up the next game, which is going to be St. Louis, Chicago. Rivalry time. Fun times ahead. Cubs 152 at a 9.5 total. We look over our sheet. We see our numbers. And yeah, Cubs a little bit with the bats, but no real lean here. So no lean to an over, no lean to an under, unless we get some crazy line for the pitching. But let's look at that. Get ready, you two. And we load up Cardinals, Cubs. Go boom, boom. We go Mikolas versus Colin Ray. Mikolas over hit 4 out of 5 times, 5.5 going up against St. Louis, who's 22nd in hits. See, that's not good enough. I need at least average for me to consider that. I don't care unless you're giving up, because 5.5 is a higher number. And you're already giving up 6.8. So this could still be a play because we're 1 over the number, but St. Louis is only averaging 7.7 hits per game in the last 10. They're below their season averages right now. They're struggling. So, nah, not what I'm feeling. Anything else on here? Let's look at Colin Ray's earned runs just while we're here. We'll look at Mikolas' earned runs too since we got pulled up. Mikolas, 3.8 earned runs per miles in the last 5 games on average. So 3, a 6, 2, and another 6. Damn. And none of these with the Cubs, which isn't good because the Cubs tend to get some runs. Colin Ray earned runs 4.2, 6.4. Oh my God. So we got a 3.8 and a 4.2 average going out there against each other. That's combining for 8 earned runs just from the starters. And we got 2 teams which are average with the runs. They're both in yellow. So, and we have a total of 9.5, which means then the bullpens come in. Beautiful. Over. Let's look at the histories. There's your stats. if you want to take Colin Ray versus, there's nothing standing out. Righties, St. Louis, there's your righties. Chicago versus righties. Mikolas versus Chicago, and my God, Mr. Crow Armstrong has 2 home runs and 4 at-bats with a 3.25 OPS. All right, PCA, I see you. And then we got 394 for Nico and 33 at-bats, which is impressive. Man, damn. Yeah, we're going over. We're taking it over in this one. Now, anytime I see the starters combine for an average of 4.2 and 3.8, that's an 8 combination on a 9.5 line. Give me the damn over. Yeah, I don't care. Over in this bad boy, 9.5. We're moving on. Next. Moving on to game 4. We have Yankees and Mets. Rivalry time. Interesting. Subway Series. Oh, all right, let's see how this goes, because I've not been wanting to bet the Yankees. It's been kind of fun not betting them against Toronto, so we'll see how today goes. It is a pick'em with a 9 total. We go over here and look at the numbers, and we see the Mets offense is still struggling. The Yankees are doing decent, but look, they've lost 4, they've won 2. So that tells you everything about pitching. Pitching is letting them down, and pitching is carrying them. So let's see who's pitching in this one today. That's going to tell the whole story of this. What's the tail of the tape? Yankees, Mets, and it is going to be Interesting, Stroh versus some random person. Who's going out there? Justin Hageman. That's who it says on ESPN. Now, can we trust ESPN? No, we can never trust ESPN. But damn it, it's on there. So let's take a look. Let's open it up. Boom. Hageman is he's a bullpen. You're doing a bullpen game on 4th of July. What is wrong with you? He's going to be pitched 3.1 and 2.2. Well, this was April, so you don't even look at that one. He pitched on June 19th. He pitched 2-2 with 2 hitters against Atlanta in a 7-1 loss. So it wasn't his fault they lost, because he pitched 2-2. But he's starting today. Yeah, I don't know about that. Then we got Stroh over here, Mr. I like to give up earned runs. Like, he's only been back 1 game now. So, and his first game back, remember, he was in, like, this is last season. This is his season so far, and then he got hurt. He was gone for almost 3 months, and he comes back, and boom, he has a great game against the A's. He gives up 1 earned run and on 3 hits. And how many innings? 5. Pretty good. But that was the A's, who are bottom 5 in offense right now, so we don't know if it's good or not. So, yeah, I have a lot of questions about this matchup. We have nothing for Hageman versus Yankees. Righties for Yankees, there's your righty numbers. Mets versus righties, there you go. And Stroh versus Mets. Soto's got 3 for 10 with a home run with a 1.2, but that's about it. Lindor's got 250 and 12 at bats. There's nothing really standing out. The pitching is, I don't like the bullpen aspect for the Mets. I would lean the Yankees, I guess, but I don't trust Marcus. Like, let's look at his earned runs. Like, yeah, before this game, he was 6, 3, 4, 5, and then a 1. He still had a 3.8 average. I don't trust this. Smart thing, smart money. Sometimes the best play is no play, and that's what I'm doing here. Pass. Next. Moving on to Pittsburgh and Seattle. That's a fun little matchup. Pittsburgh's taking the hot bats on the run. Their 6-game winning streak. Yeah, Pittsburgh has the longest hitting streak in the league, because finally the Marlins finally lost a game. So Pittsburgh is a dog. They've been a dog every game, except when Skeens pitches. So 190 for Seattle, 7.5 is our total. We go to the spreadsheet, we see our numbers, and Seattle is struggling. Pittsburgh is crushing. They're batting 307 as a team, 10.4 hits a game. It's hard to lose when you do stuff like that. So let's see who's pitching out there, because they've been pitching great too. Like, they are 12 games away from 500. But that's not bad for them. That's like to the point where they might consider not selling everybody in a couple weeks on the trade deadline. So hey, like, see if they can string together some more wins. That's going to literally the next 2 weeks is going to determine their season. So we got, is Woo going out there today? Is it Woo day? Okay. So I remember ESPN had Woo going out there yesterday, but it looks like ESPN was wrong. Shocking, I know. So Woo's going out there. Let's look over at the actual who is pitching. ESPN, what you got for us? It looks like it is Bailey Falter versus Woo, but yeah, I have no props on Falter. What? Well, look at it though, just in case it is him. You can't trust ESPN, I swear. Whoever intern runs the stuff is not good at their job, because they do not update things quick at all. So Falter 6-3 was 362. You come down here, you look at his past games. 4-3 is 10, 12 divided by 5 is what? 2.4 in the last 5. Look at that quick math right there. And you can see how he's been doing at 1.2. I cannot. Why did he get pulled so early? I can't remember. It was injury, right? But I think he's fine. I cannot remember all of a sudden. It wasn't because he pitched bad, because he wanted to run, but I think it was like tightness or soreness or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I can't remember. You probably know. So can't remember everything. So let's look at Woo at least. I'm not liking this. I want to see how Pittsburgh goes on the road for the first game. I want to see how this is Seattle. That's a long trip. So we got Woo earned runs against Pittsburgh's bats, which is kind of weird to begin with. 1.5. That's it. He's averaging 2.2. 4.5020. Now, Boston and Texas aren't nearly as good offensively as Pittsburgh. Minnesota is average. Arizona is pretty good usually. They're usually top 10, top 15. Baltimore is all over the place too. So this is going to be the best offense Woo has faced all season in the last 5 games anyways. Matchup, Woo, history. There you go. Nothing there. Righties, Pittsburgh likes righties. Seattle versus Bailey Falter. There it goes. Why there's no props, I don't know. That's annoying. But there's a lot of history, but very few at bats. And then Seattle versus lefties. So part of me wants to go Pittsburgh. I can get Pittsburgh plus 1.5. I'm going to keep trusting it because Falter's numbers have looked good. They look better than Woo's. Woo's at a 2.2 average, and so is Falter, but Falter's more consistent. He's got 1.3314, and he gives up 5 or 6 hits. How many hits you give up? This could easily be a pitching battle. Easily be one of those pitching duels where it's 1-0 going into the 7th. They both gone. Now the bullpens are in. I think I like Pittsburgh plus 1.5 here. I think I do. So we come back here. I can grab Pitty plus 1.5. A lot of this, I swear, a lot of this does because the books know the casual better. The ones that don't look at anything, they just open the sportsbook app and they see names. They go, "Oh, Pittsburgh sucks, right? Yeah, they're on the road to Seattle. Seattle's going to win that game." That's all they do. That's the depth of their research. They see the name on the chest and think they suck. Pittsburgh has 6 games in a row right now. They're playing great. Give me plus Pitt plus 1.5. I've been crushing these plus 1.5s the last week, so. Let's see if it continues. Pittsburgh plus 1.5 next. All right, moving on. We got Tampa and Minnesota. Interesting little matchup here. We got Tampa. Nope, it's Minnesota. It's a pick'em. It's a pick'em. With a 9.5 total. All right. I see the total. Minnesota's offense is abysmal. 25th in RBIs, 29th in hits, 29th in average, 30th in OBP, 25th in runs. Tampa is coming back to earth a little bit, but they're still above average when it comes to your bats. 14th in runs, still 5th in average, 282. They're still hitting the ball. They're just stranding more dudes than usual. So, and that's really based on the last 3 games they played. So let's come over here and look at the pitchers. Who is going out there today? Today is going to be Chris Paddock and Zach Littell. Paddock earned runs over 2.5 against Tampa. Might be a little matchup we can exploit. Paddock strikeouts. He does not strike out many. And 3.5 is, I'm not taking it under 3.5. Tampa, if you didn't know, is low on strikeouts. They don't strike out much. So they're doing pretty good with the bats. Way better than season average. So, hey, good job, Tampa. Good job indeed. So let's look. We'll just open up. Let's look at, yeah. Let's grab some earned runs. Paddock earned runs. 4.2 is not good. That ain't good. 3 I consider average. To me, it's average. Everybody has different numbers. 3 is fine. In today's baseball, 3 is fine. But you can see you're very consistent. You got blew up by Houston a little bit. That's fine. And then you got Littell on his earned runs, and he's sitting at a 2 because he got 4.3. His blow up is a 4. So none of this. Let's go to matchup. So far, I got better pitching for Tampa. I got better bats for Tampa. I got miserable bats for Minnesota. We like to fade the bad bats. It works out beautifully. So Paddock, history versus Tampa. There you go. Righties versus Tampa. They're good against both. Minnesota versus, there you go. Can I get Tampa plus minus 200? Damn. Then we got this for Littell versus Minnesota. Anybody tee off? No. We got a lot of at-bats, but nobody's like, there's a couple home runs here and there, but nothing too crazy. To the point where I think, do I trust you on a, see, 4 is your worst. So 2.1, I think I might go with the whole first 5 theory. The first 5 theory is I think Tampa is going to not be losing at the top of the 6. That's my goal. So we'll see if we can grab a money line. Let's see, a first 5 money line. I really don't want to trust the bullpens. And if I don't have to, I just don't like bullpens in baseball. I just don't. First 5 money line, Tampa 105. That means as long as they're not losing, we're good. They can be tied. That's a push. If they're winning, that's a win. Let's grab that. I did not want to click on that. Yeah, so we're going to take Tampa, a money line on the first 5 at 105. That's good stuff. I don't need them at plus. What's the plus run line? Just curious. First 5. Plus Even better, 135. I'll take that too. That means they can be tied and we win. Hey, I will. That first five, it is. Give me that. Give me that. So Tampa just cannot be losing. Oh, so we're gonna go Tampa TB plus 0.5 first five. I like that setup, especially with those odds. 135. Beautiful. Give me that next. All right, let's move on to Texas and San Diego. The bats are not looking good for this one, so but we'll look anyways. We got you. It's going to be 120 San Diego with an 8.5 total. We go over the sheets. We see our numbers. Like I said, a lot of ketchup on this one. A little too much ketchup. I don't like that much ketchup on my hot dog. I like a lot of mustard, sometimes no ketchup. So this is too much. This is like a kid's hot dog. Too much. Let's pop over here and look at the pitchers and see who's going out there. Boop, boop. Rangers, Padres, load them up. And it's a lot of mustard ketchup. Perfect for the data, but hey, whatever. Rocker versus Vasquez is our pitchers. I don't know. Texas is striking out 24th. San Diego's 4th, so we're not looking at Rocker. Vasquez, how are you with strikeouts, my dude? I feel like I took you already, and you kind of let me down. Did you let me down last time? I think you did. Yeah, you probably did, because that's just not good. I can't remember. There's so many games, so many plays. Who knows? Let's look at both their earned runs in the last 5 so we can kind of see what they've been up to. Earned runs, 2.8 for you with now this was April, so I don't know if we count that, but the last 4, he has 5-0-2-2. 5, it was Tampa, obviously. Chicago, 0. So he's pitching. Now, he shut down Pittsburgh a little bit. We know how good Pittsburgh's bats have been, so that's actually impressive. Seattle's not impressive. We saw that. They're not doing good recently. Randy. That's a 2 average. I don't like this matchup. Nothing screaming take either side here. So Vasquez versus Tampa, there's your history. We're Texas, Texas versus righties, there you go. San Diego versus righties, there you go. And Rocker versus San Diego, it's never faced them. So of the San Diego-Texas matchup, I do not like either side to the point where nothing screaming take me. You look at the sheets, nothing says take me. Even the lines, I pick them basically. San Diego has a little bit of a home field advantage. Yeah, I'm going to leave this one alone. Pass. Next. Moving on from San Diego to Toronto. Angels and Blue Jays. That's a fun matchup. And we see currently it is 164 for Toronto with a 9.5. Toronto came off the sweep of the Yankees. When I mean sweep, they got 5 in a row now. They're right on Pittsburgh's heels for the hottest team in the league. And they just beat up on the Yankees. So, hey, good deal. So both top 7 offense. Look at the Angels. They had a great series against the Braves. I think they won 2 out of 3. I could be wrong, but they won the last one. I know that much. So I had Angels plus 1.5 2 days ago, and they were up 2-0. The next thing you know, they're down 8-2. So they didn't win that one. But you see the offenses are doing quite well indeed. Let's look at the pitching, see if anything can help us take it over, because I might take it over. Eric Lauer versus Kyle Hendricks. Earn runs, open them both up. Give me some good numbers. Give me like a 7 average. A 2, that's going to be tough to beat. 2 for Lauer. You can see what he's been up to. Boston got him for 3. That's your bad spot. 2025, you pitched in 6 total games. You're at 1.8 on the whole damn season. Okay, you're pretty decent. Hendricks, you're also at 2. Damn, can't be doing that. Yeah, you're 2.8 on the whole season too. 2 recently, been pitching better. You also shut down the Yankees. Did the Yankees suck? This is all I'm saying is wait, what? All right. Lauer versus Angels. There you go. Lefties versus Angels, and then Toronto versus righties, and then Hendricks versus Toronto. Nobody's teed off yet. I've not found anybody yet except for that one in the first game. Hell, I can't remember who it was now. Who the hell was it we were looking for? Hayes. That's who it was. Hayes. Yeah. So this one again. We have 2 pitchers that are good and 2 bats that are good. That makes it really hard. You can't take a side because both teams are good on both things. And you can't really take an over-under because the pitchers are good and the bats are good. So this is a good matchup. This is one of those ones you sit back and just pay attention to. I'm not touching it. We're passing. Next. All right, moving from Toronto, we're going to Detroit and Cleveland. Cleveland has a streak as well. They've lost 7 in a row now. If you didn't know that. Yeah, they have. So yeah, we got Detroit slight favorite. 8 is our total. We have to fade them because Cleveland, not Detroit. 7-game losing streak. Terrible offense going up against Detroit, who has a top 5 offense. Clear, massively in Detroit. Pitching is what matters now more than anything. And let's look at who the pitchers are. If it's average, we're taking Detroit. And I get Detroit. I might do the same thing I did for Tampa and do the plus half thing in the first 5. So let's load up Tigers and Guardians. And we got Reese Olson over strikeouts. He's been striking out everybody. Look at that. Good stuff. He's learning from his buddy Scooby. Good job. And then Sacconi's going out there. Sacconi, how you been earned run-wise? I don't know. We're going to find out, though. Let's look. First, we're going to look at strikeouts for Reese. 7.7, 8.5, 6. That's a 6.6 average on a 4.5 line. That's impressive. But we come down, we'll see how is Cleveland striking out. They're 15th at 8.4. They're literally average. They were in the red up until a couple days ago, so they've gotten better, which means some of the other games have fell off. It's a 10-game rolling average. That's all it is. So if you, yeah, it's easy. So what do we want to do here? Do we trust you to do this? Let's look at your history head to head. Not so much. But these are all last year. Last year, Cleveland was a top 3 strikeout team. You don't mess with them last year. This year, I haven't seen them in the top 5 yet because they just haven't been there. So let's look at matchups. Cincinnati versus Detroit. History, 1 game, not many at-bats. There's a home run for Torque. That's it. Righties for Detroit. There you go. Cleveland for righties. There you go. And Olsen versus Cleveland. Does Olsen shove? Let's see. Looks like he does a little bit. Strikeout numbers aren't the. There's a 50. There's a 50. 2 for 4. 1 for 2. 1 for 3. But there was a walk in there. You can tell. So you could take this, but I don't know if I love it. Like I think I just like the fact that look at his earned runs. Yeah, his earned runs 2025 earned runs 1.78 on the whole season. 4 is his worst game twice, and then he's had a bunch of zeros, some 3s. That's fine. But then you come over and look at Ciccone, his 2025 earned runs, he's at 2.1. They're both fairly good pitchers, but Reese is a little bit better, statistically, a little bit better. So either way, we got 2 good pitchers, but then we also have amazing bats versus bad bats. So really, I don't trust Cleveland to, be in the lead. So let's go over the lines. Let's match details. Let's click up the game lines, make it the first 5, and see what the run line is for maybe a +0.5. See if I can get that. Since they are the dogs, technically, Detroit +0.5. That means top of the 6th inning. They can't be losing at all. They need to be tied or winning at the top of the 6th. And I can get that for 155, 165. That's enticing. It's a little juicy, I know, but I think I'm gonna take it. I think I'm gonna take that. Let's look at the money line too, just in case you want to do the money line. But then again, why do I need to do that? Because Detroit has one of the best bullpens in the league too. I'm not even that worried about that. I forgot who we're talking. We're talking about Detroit here. If there's a bullpen I trust, it's Detroit. So, all right. Detroit. Can I just get plus? Detroit +1.5 is 150 for the whole damn. No, that's -1 now. Other favorite. Damn, what am I talking about? Just give me Detroit money line. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Just give me Detroit money line. Just give me them to win the whole game because I trust the bullpen. I trust the bats. Cleveland can't hit the ball. Now, eventually, Cleveland is going to do this. They're hanging out here. They're going to have a game where they pop off for like 10 runs. Hopefully not today. It's going to happen eventually, though. You know it is. So I'm taking Detroit to win next. All right, moving on from Cleveland, Detroit, we're going to Milwaukee, Miami. Look at Milwaukee. It's to spend the weekend in Miami. Good job, guys. Let's see. It is, I pick them basically. Exact same situation as this. It's -115 for the road team. 8 is our total. Exactly. Did they copy and paste? I think they did. Even the numbers are almost about the same. Okay. Let's go look at the spreadsheet. Numbers. Here they go. 2 top 8 offenses. Over. That's over. Give me bad pitching, please. Give me average to bad pitching. We're taking this over 8. I love 8 as an over too. Just beautiful because 4-4 is a winner. Love that one. So we want Brewers Marlins. Give me average for bad pitching. It's Sandy Day. Ooh, I don't know what to do here. Sandy's been pretty good, kinda, and then kinda not. So and Quinn Priester, how are you doing? I don't know how you do. Let's take a look. Sandy's very up and down. See, yeah, Sandy gave up 7 runs last time. He had a streak, so I think we're gonna fade Sandy. He is facing Milwaukee. We'll see how he's done historically. Priester, you popped off for 3, but then you shut down. It's Colorado. I don't care about that game. What's the most you give up all season? You gave a 5 spot to St. Louis earlier, but you've been pretty decent. I think I'm still going over because eventually you got to come out the game and then the bullpen comes in. The bullpen ain't that good. So let's look. Sandy versus Milwaukee historically. I mean, back when Sandy was literally Cy Young contention every year because he was so good until, sad times. Sandy was one of my favorite pitchers. Now he's just, how can we make money off him? So that's the best way to put it. Righties, there you go. Priester versus Miami, nothing. I'm going over. We got a total of 8 out there for us. Just sitting there, just looking us in the face. Like, yeah, give me over 8 next. All right, moving on from Miami, we're rolling on to Baltimore and Atlanta. Ugh, weird game. Okay. Just weird matchup. Currently, we got Atlanta 174 with an 8.5 total, and we got our spreadsheet, and then we see our numbers. Atlanta is just doing what Atlanta does, just not that good this year. That's why they're 8 games under 500 for a reason. They are also There's 12 games that are 500. Not the best matchup, but the bats are leaning Baltimore, clearly. Let's look at the pitchers in this one, see what we got cooking. I don't know if I like this one. I guess Baltimore on the road, but Charlie Morton? No, I'm not betting on Charlie Morton or Strider. Strider has not found his stride. Haha, puns. Let's open them both up. Take a look at the earned runs because hits and strikeouts. Now, Atlanta is 28th in strikeouts. Hold up. Let's look at some Charlie Morton strikeouts real quick because if you didn't notice this is quick. Atlanta strikes out a ton. 10.1 on the last 10 games. They're up from their season average of 8.6 and 8.6 at home. Both the same. Weird. But whatever. 28th is a lot. So what do we do here? We see he has struck out 7, 5, 10, 7, and 3. I think I got to take this. Atlanta, he's averaging 6.4 in the last 5. What's your last 10 average? Still a 4.7, but you recently figured out how to strike out. Now, this is all since June. June 1st, you've been cooking with the strikeouts. I think I got to take this play. I was going to pass on this game, kind of, to be honest, but you give me this many strikeouts in these many innings. You even got like 2 innings, you got 5 strikeouts against the A's. Not bad. Not bad. Now, you're down here with similar strikeout teams. Chicago strikes out a ton. A's used to strike out a ton. Angels strike out a ton. Tampa, and Texas, But you still... Now you're facing the 28th worst team strikeouts? Yeah, Charlie Morton, yeah. Strider versus Baltimore history, there you go. Baltimore versus righties, Atlanta versus righties, Morton versus Atlanta. They tee off on you at all? Absolutely not. Olsen's 2 for 10 with the home run, but only 2 for 10. Yeah, we're going Charlie Morton strikeouts. It's a minus 118 over. He's a 6.4 average. Yeah, we'll take that. I'll trust it. If he gets teed off, he might still get there. He might still hit them strikeouts. So Morton over 4.5 Ks is my play. Next. All right, let's move on to Atlanta, to Colorado, and the White Sox. Everyone's favorite matchup of the day, I'm sure. I'm just clamoring, just can't wait to watch this one. White Sox are favored. Hilarious. 11s are a total. Oh my, can't wait. There's your numbers. There's your numbers. There's your numbers. What do we do here? What do we do? I don't want to do nothing in this one, to be honest. To keep it a buck, I don't want to do nothing. I just want to auto pass. Can I auto pass the series the whole day? Oh, and it sends it to you day. Oh Lord. Oh Lordy Lord. Okay. Sends it to you. Might pitch a perfect game, or he might give up 8 runs. Who knows? Because hell, he shut down Washington. That was impressive. He did well against Arizona. That's impressive. Then he went back to what he usually does against Milwaukee. But Milwaukee was the number 1 offense. We faded him on purpose that day because he's facing them. Now he's facing the White Sox, who were the 2nd worst offense behind. Well, hell, they're the worst RBI team. The 2nd worst in runs, 2.6. Cincinnati might ball out today. I'm telling you, he's good. He might be good enough to do that. So, touch this nonsense. Cincinnati versus them history. There you go. A couple 400s, but literally 20 at bats. Not bad for Ross. Righties for White Sox. Colorado versus righties, and Hauser's going out there for White Sox versus, and yeah, there's your stats. I am not touching this nonsense. Are you kidding me? Absolutely not. I'd rather go outside and light the money on fire to light a firework first before I bet on this garbage. Pass. Next. All right, moving on. We got Houston and the Dodgers. Man, I'm loving the matchups today. We got some good matchups, good stuff. But like, there's some good advantages for us, but yet we got good games still. You get what I'm saying? So we got Houston Dodgers, 178 Dodgers, 9 is our total. Let's go to the sheet, look at our numbers, and they're about the same. Number 3 in runs, but they're 15th in average and 15th in hits. They are making the absolute most of their, when they get somebody on base, they get them home. They don't care. So that is hilarious. That is good stuff. Let's go to the props. Let's look at the numbers. Goodbye, Cincinnati. Goodbye, good friend. We can't do you today. We cannot fade you today, good sir. We will next time though, probably. McCullers versus Ben Kasparius. Who the hell is Ben Kasparius? Okay, that's a new one for me. That's a bullpen game if I ever heard one. So we need to find out some information. So what we do is we go back to the schedule for MLB. We come down to Mr. Kasparius, and we need to look at his ESPN numbers so we can actually see everything. Because Outlier doesn't show bullpens; they show starters. So let's go zoom out. Yep, saves. I knew it'd be bullpen game. 397, 2025, 54 Ks, 1.13 whip. Not bad. So he's pitched in all these games. He has started one actually on the 11th of June. But you see, last time out against KC of all teams, Kansas City popped 6 runs on him. You know how bad KC's offense is. Holy shit, that's bad. That's bad, bro. That is bad. 6-3-2-1-2 over. There's going to be runs in this game. Ain't no way Houston will put runs up on this man. Absolutely will. Oh, McCullers, can you give up some runs too to the Dodgers, please? Because I would love to just take a 9 total. Yes, you can. You gave up 8 to the Cubs. Absolutely. I'm just going to pre-type over 9 in here. Thank you. We're going to type 9, but we're going to finish this up. You see that? Yes, fireworks today for sure. Nothing is Houston. Houston versus righties. That's cool. Whatever. Dodgers versus righties. Don't care. I don't care. The pitchers are not good. There's your history. Yep, I'm taking the over. You cannot talk me out of it. I'm doing it. I'm taking the bullpen for the Dodgers, who were rolling a bullpen game out. Weird enough, against a dude who gave up 8 runs to 8 hit 6 runs to the Royals. The Royals of all teams. The worst offense in the league. So. Over 9 next. 2 games left. Now, speaking of those Royals, they're on the road at Arizona. So, oh, buddy, I feel bad for Royal fans. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to deal with this because they're just, it's like they don't care. So, we got a pick them with an 8.5 total. We got our sheet. We can see our numbers, and it's just 2-8. They're not the worst offense. They're the 3rd worst offense right now. Forgive me. Let me fix what I was saying. 9 runs versus 8. Now you can see it's clearly leading Arizona. Arizona's average, and then they peak in some areas like 1st in home runs, 8th in RBIs, 9th in runs. KC doesn't peak in nothing except sucking. That's what they are lately. Their stats, statistically, they suck. They do. Talent-wise, no, but statistically, yes. So. Let's go look at the props. Let's go see who the pitchers are in this one. It is going to be, load them up. It is going to be Chris Bubich versus Eduardo Rodriguez. Look at all the yellow or orange or whatever we're going to call it. Either way, we need to pull up earned runs because that is a lot of them. So, and we got Bubich, who is a 2.6. Not bad, not great. Oh, it's good. That's good, actually. Eduardo earned runs 1.2. Dude has been balling pretty good. So he's not giving up any earned runs. He's facing KC, who does not score runs. Arizona is a money line pick him at home. Why? That's the first question I have is what the hell do they know? Let's look at some histories. Matchup. Eduardo, history versus KC. Well, 1 for 9. Buck 54 for Kana. Bobby Witt's 1 for 9. Bobby freaking Witt is 1 for 9. 0 for 3 for India. 1 for 9 for Perez. I mean, yeah, Eduardo does pretty damn good. Damn. He's good. KC versus lefties. There you go. Nothing stands out. Arizona versus lefties. Bubich versus Arizona. Nothing stands out. I think I'm taking Arizona money line just straight up because Eduardo is pitching like good. Look, this is last 5 games on earned runs. Yeah, that's pretty good. We saw Bubich is average. That's fine. He can do his thing. Not worried about that. I think this could be a lower scoring game, but I think it's going to be. I think I trust Arizona just to shut down KC completely. So we're going to trust all the numbers and everything and just straight up take, where is it? There it is. We're going to take this Arizona money line at 110. Just right there. Simple. Easy peasy. Next. All right, moving on to the last one, which you can't see. You got to blow it up. San Fran and the A's. A little Bay battle. Yes, sir. So let's see. Well, is it really San down there in Sacramento? So whatever. Oh, man, but not a good matchup on the offense. Ew. Currently, it is it's a pick 'em. Literally, both 108. 10 is our total. Remember, the wind was blowing out 10 miles an hour, so that might matter a little bit in this one. But then you look at this and like, do I really care? If you can't even hit the ball, how's it going to go far? You know? Oh, disgusting. San Fran hasn't been a good offense all year. I just noticed that. They have not been. The other 6 games over 500. That should tell you a lot how they're pitching. So, to the pitchers we go. We load them up and we see. There we go. Sears versus Verlander. Okay, so Sears has been pitching decently. Verlander's been pitching pretty good decently, I think. Last 2 games, anyways. Sears 2.8. Yeah, it's below 3, so you're good. Yeah, a 5, 3, got a 0 against. He shut down the Yankees. Everyone has a 0 versus the Yankees. It's like the 4th one we've seen today. Oh, man. Verlander, you can see what he has done. That's hilarious. Just continue hating on the Yankees, even though that was way back in the start of the video. That's crazy. Sears versus San Fran. There are your stats. They do get to him a little bit. And lefties for San Fran and A's for righties and Verlander versus A's. And yeah, a lot of red is expected. I don't like this game. I don't like it. I don't like the bats can't do anything. The pitchers are both decent enough. I'm just not feeling it, right? So if I ain't feeling it, I ain't playing it. So I ain't feeling it. There we go. Now, question is, am I doing a money line parlay? You damn right I am. It is the 4th of damn July. I got to put one out there for us. So let's go back to the top. The top, make it drop. What? Anyways, Boston, Washington. Are we taking a side? No. I don't know. That's 2 good offenses. Not a damn chance. Who knows in that one? Let me pull the whole schedule up so I can see it at one time. There we go. Philly and Cincy. I'm fading one pitcher and trusting another pitcher. So I'm fading Philly, but I'm trusting Cincy. So the point, I can actually put Cincy in a money line here. So I think I'm going to. Cincy in a money line. Oh, that's just a recipe for disaster, but guess what? We're going for it. Don't care. St. Louis, Chicago. I did not take a side. I took a total. The Mets, I passed completely. Seattle. I'll still click on it so you can see what I did. Cubs. There's your Mets. If you want to bet the Yankees, by all means, go for it. I will not put them in a parlay today. Not a chance. Thank you. If you bet it, good luck. That's all I got to say. I wish you all win all your bets. So we don't hate around bets. The funny thing to me is the people that never say anything about a bet, but then they want to come chirp you after the bet loses, and they have all the things to say, which is the stupidest thing I've seen. It's that culture on Twitter where you get a bunch of people just hating other people's plays. It's like, what did you play? Like, I never understood that. Is the dumbest thing ever. You should be supporting your buddies' bets and people's bets. I said you want to chirp them for dumb bets. That's how you get slapped around me. No, we don't play those games. No. No. Grow up. So, moving on. Anyways, random rant. Minnesota, Tampa. We got Tampa +5. We're absolutely going to put the Rays in a parlay. We've missed the money line parlay by like 1 or 2 in the last few days. We haven't hit one yet, sadly. We need to hit one. San Diego, no, we passed on this one. Toronto, we passed on this one. Cleveland, Detroit, absolutely. We already got Detroit in the money line, so let's go ahead and just throw in a parlay. From there, we got Miami and Milwaukee. I'm hoping for a lot of runs in this one, thanks to the offenses. Atlanta and Baltimore. I was going to pass on this, but I took a strikeout prop. Crazy. Toronto, White Sox. Dodgers, Houston. Hopefully some runs. Zona, I'm absolutely going to throw some Zona in there. Is that it? I'm just going to have 4 things. I might just have 4 things. I mean, that's cool if I do. AZ. Literally. Arizona, Detroit. Tampa. I do have Pitt 1.5. I'm not going to put the Pitt in there. I'm just going to keep it Cincy, Tampa, Detroit, Arizona. Makes sense? Cool. Pitt's a little iffy. Seattle's one of them teams that aren't bad. It's just I'm leaning them to maybe lose by 1. So that's good enough for me. That's a 4-game money line parlay. How about that? So there we go. Think we're done. Let's go back to the schedule. Now tomorrow is Saturday. Today's Friday. Feels weird. Feels like a Friday, but hey, whatever. All of these games are tomorrow. We got some good pitchers going out there. Great stuff overall. Appreciate you being here. Drop a like, subscribe. Check out the HQ if you want the plays and a nice typed out recap. Or if you want access to the spreadsheet so you can do your own research, check out Outlier. If you want access for a free week for the system, it's all there. Let me know in the comments what you're doing, what you're playing. And tell you what, drop anything in the comments, because guess what I'm going to do? It's a holiday. It's 4th of July, baby. I want to celebrate. I hit 28K because of you all. I'm going to do a little giveaway. I'm going to do that little comment picker thing. I'm going to grab a comment. I'm going to reply to you and say, hey, send me whatever your cash app memos. I'm going to throw you like 25 bucks. Just whatever. Buy you some lunch. Buy you dinner. Whatever. Why not? Give back a little bit. Try to do that a little bit more. So do that. I'll pick somebody later tomorrow and just do it tomorrow for you. So appreciate being here, and I will see you tomorrow on Saturday for some more MLB. Peace.